Ministers of government say they are still making contributions from their salaries to the Children's Life Fund. The question came up at today's post-cabinet media briefing amidst reports that government officials were yet to make promised contributions to the fund. The CEO of the fund is reported to have recently resigned. Viran Brahmal reports.
Today, the Minister of Gender, Youth and Child Development attempted to explain why no money from pledged government salaries has made it into the kitty of the fund. She explained that as Mayor of San Fernando, she held a fundraiser for the fund, and it was not until almost a year later that the money was deposited into the account.
The check was submitted, and apparently there were no accounting arrangements in place. So this is a government organization you're dealing with. So you just can't take up a check, and even though the deductions came out, members' salaries, there are some procedural arrangements to take place before it could be accepted. So the money might be lying somewhere, because there was 100,000, I don't know if you followed that story, that the then Mayor of San Fernando made to the Life Fund. And for about a year, we could not have that money deposited because the arrangements were not in place. And I think it's a similar thing that's happening with the ministers.
Ms. Goudray says this red tape relates to ministers' salaries in line with directives from the Controller of Accounts and other authorities. The money spent from the fund so far came from other donations. Minister of National Diversity and Social Integration Clifton Dikotu says deductions are still being made from his salary. So too says the Minister of Communication, Jamal Mohammed.
The processes involved in getting the fund functionally operational over the process of time, that will be perfected. But as you can see, we may be having one or two problems. I know since I have become a minister, my salary, the money has been coming out from my salary towards the Children's Life Fund. I'm sure it has been happening with other ministers of the government.
The Children's Life Fund was set up in 2010 an initiative of Prime Minister Kamal Prasad Basasa. Earlier this week, it was reported the Chief Executive Officer, Godfrey Lewis, resigned from the fund. Liran Brahmal, C News.